Elara lived in River Town, a place of simple beauty. The town was nestled between rolling hills and a calm river. The people there knew the rhythm of the seasons and each other's lives. Elara's life was filled with the same familiar sights and sounds every day. She was a girl with a spark in her eyes, always dreaming of more. Her days were spent running through fields, her laughter echoing through the valley. She loved the freedom of the open air. But she also felt the weight of expectations, always lingering like a shadow.
My house was modest but full of warmth. My mother had passed, leaving my father to raise me alone. He was a stern but loving man, doing his best for me. He dreamed of securing my future through a good match, in line with village traditions.
Elara adored her father but longed for a different life. She yearned for adventure, love and the freedom to choose her own path. Her heart was a wild flower, craving sunlight and space to grow. River Town was a place where traditions ran deep. One of the strongest was the practice of arranged marriages. Families believed this ensured stability and prosperity. Marriages were not just unions of individuals, but alliances of families. Young girls often had little say in their future. Their parents chose their husbands, focusing on wealth and status. Love was rarely a consideration. Elara grew up watching these arrangements unfold, feeling uneasy about her own fate. The village elders often spoke of duty and honor. They taught that following traditions was a way to respect their ancestors. Elara respected these beliefs but felt trapped by them. She wondered if there was room for personal happiness within these constraints. This tradition loomed over Elara like a dark cloud. She feared losing herself in a life chosen for her. Her dreams seemed to clash with the reality of her world. Yet she held on to a small hope that things could change. Elara's father, Jacob, was a man of strong convictions. He believed in the old ways and wanted the best for his daughter. One day he announced a match for Elara. He had arranged for her to marry Lord Cedric, a wealthy man from a neighbouring town.
Lord Cedric is well known and respected. He has lands, wealth and influence. To me this match is perfect. It will secure your future and elevate our family's status. I am proud of this choice and I see it as an act of love.
Elara, however, felt nothing but dread. Cedric was much older and known for his stern demeanour. She could not imagine a life with him. Her dreams of love and freedom seemed to slip further away. She felt trapped by her father's decision. Despite her fear, Elara knew her father meant well. She understood his reasons but could not reconcile them with her own desires. The prospect of marrying Cedric felt like a cage. She needed courage to face this challenge and find her own path.
My mind was a storm of thoughts and emotions. I loved my father deeply, but could not accept his decision. The idea of marrying someone I did not love was unbearable. I felt torn between duty and my own dreams. Every night I lay awake thinking of my future. My heart ached for the freedom to choose my own path. I dreamed of traveling far and wide, experiencing life in all its colors. The thought of being tied down to an unloving marriage filled me with despair.
Elara's inner conflict grew stronger each day. She found it hard to concentrate on her daily tasks. Her father noticed her distraction but dismissed it as nerves.
You will grow to love Cedric, I assure you.
But Elara was not convinced. In her heart, she knew she had to take action. She could not let her dreams die in the shadow of tradition. She needed to find a way to make her father understand her perspective. It was a daunting task, but her spirit was strong. Liam was Elara's childhood friend, her confidant and her anchor. They had grown up together, sharing countless adventures. He knew her better than anyone else.
When I feel lost, I always turn to you, Liam. You've always been there for me.
One afternoon, they sat by the river, the water flowing peacefully. Elara poured out her heart to Liam, expressing her fears and desires.
I don't know what to do, Liam. My father has arranged a marriage for me and he has such high expectations. I feel trapped.
Liam listened quietly, his eyes full of understanding.
Elara, you have always had dreams, big dreams. You need to speak to your father, fight for your freedom. Remember the strength within you, the fire in your soul.
His words gave Elara courage and a sense of clarity.
Thank you, Liam. You always know what to say. I feel like I can do this.
This conversation was a turning point for Elara. Liam's unwavering support made her realize she was not alone. She felt a renewed sense of purpose. With Liam by her side, she knew she could face the challenges ahead. Elara knew the time had come to speak to her father. She gathered her thoughts and mustered all her courage. One evening she found him sitting by the fireplace, lost in thought. Taking a deep breath, she approached him.
Father, I need to talk to you.
She began, her voice steady but her heart racing. Jacob looked up, surprised but attentive. Elara spoke of her dreams, her desire for freedom, and her unwillingness to marry Lord Cedric. She poured her heart out, hoping he would understand. Jacob listened silently, his expression unreadable. When she finished, there was a long pause. Finally, he spoke.
I understand your dreams, Elara, but I worry for your future. I only want to protect you.
His voice was filled with both love and worry. Elara's eyes filled with tears, but she stood firm.
True happiness comes from following one's heart. Please, trust me and support my choice.
Jacob saw the fire in her eyes and realized how much this meant to her. With her father's reluctant blessing, Elara set out on her journey. She traveled through forests and mountains, experiencing life in its raw beauty. Each day was a new adventure, and she felt her spirit soar with newfound freedom. In a distant town, she met Orion, a kind and passionate young man.
Hello, traveler. You seem to have a story to share.
He was a traveler, much like herself, with dreams and stories to share. They connected instantly, their hearts resonating with a shared love for life and freedom. Orion and Elara journeyed together, exploring the world and discovering themselves. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day.
I feel like I found a kindred spirit in you, Orion.
And I in you, Elara. Together we can conquer any horizon.
Elara found in Orion a partner who understood and cherished her dreams. They fell deeply in love, their hearts beating as one. Elara's travels were not just a physical journey, but a path of self-discovery. She learned the importance of following her heart and trusting her instincts. With Orion by her side, she felt complete and truly alive. After months of traveling, Elara decided to return to Rivertown. She wanted to share her experiences and introduce Orion to her father. They arrived in the village, their hearts filled with both excitement and apprehension. Jacob was surprised to see them, but welcomed them warmly.
Welcome back, Elara, and who is this with you?
Father, this is Orion. He has been my companion and my love on this journey.
He saw the happiness in Elara's eyes and the love between her and Orion. Over time, he came to understand his daughter's choices and the depth of her happiness. The villagers were curious but eventually accepted Elara and Orion. They saw how Elara had grown and the joy she had found.
It's an honor to meet you, sir. Elara has spoken so much about you.
I see the love in your eyes, Orion. You have my blessing.
Her journey became a story of inspiration, showing that love and freedom could coexist with tradition. Elara's return was a celebration of love and acceptance. She had broken free from the constraints of tradition and found her true path. Her story became a beacon of hope for others in Rivertown. Elara's journey was a testament to the power of following one's heart. She had faced the challenge of tradition and emerged victorious. Her story showed that love and freedom could triumph over societal expectations. Choosing love and freedom required courage and faith. Elara had both in abundance. She taught those around her that true happiness came from within. Her life became a symbol of hope and inspiration. Elara's story resonated with many in Rivertown. It encouraged others to listen to their hearts and pursue their dreams. She had found her true love and her true self. Her journey was a beautiful reminder that we must all follow our own paths. Through her courage and determination, Elara changed the course of her life and inspired those around her. She had broken free from the chains of tradition to find her own happiness. Her story will forever be a lesson in choosing love and freedom over fear.